Hello. All right, here is an introduction to the elements of art and the principles of design. The elements of art are tools that artists use to create interesting works of art. They're the building blocks. And we talk about the elements of art in painting, drawing, ceramics, any sort of art form uses the elements and principles of art and design. The first element of art is line, and these are just two examples of how photographers can use line to create a focal point, it leads your eye around the composition to focus on a portion of that. Shape, you'll have to get a bit creative and looking for different shapes, but they're all over. Notice most of these examples will use some of the attributes. Composition with the rule of thirds, light and shadows, timing, and clear subject, limiting that background distraction. So pay attention and try to use your attributes as you start taking pictures. Form is an element of art. You can think about it has volume to it, form. It's something that has dimension. Space, it has more depth. It can either show what's closest to you and then farther away, like my fingernails are close to you and I'm farther away, that's space. Or you can have that open space. We call it negative, positive, and negative space. Color, we all know color and we all love color. And texture, those are the 6 elements of art. Those are the building blocks that artists use to create art. Now, the principles of design are using those elements to create a concept. So when we think of principles of design, if we think about balance, balance is a principle of design, but you can use color to create balance, or you can use texture to create balance. You can use space. You can see this guy in the bottom right-hand corner, space. Or here's space using balance. There's 3 different kinds of balance. There's symmetrical balance, symmetry, asymmetry, or radial balance, which is kind of coming from a certain point, like the sun, and then coming out. So that's a type of balance. So what kind of balance can you show in some of your photographs? Rhythm, if you think about rhythm, it's kind of a tick, 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 tick. Think of drumming or piano. There's a rhythm to it. There's repetition. And so again, you can use the elements like line here to show rhythm, or you can use texture to show rhythm. You can use form to show rhythm. So there's balance, rhythm. Pattern is very similar to rhythm, I feel, but it's repeating a shape or repeating a line, repeating a texture, repetition. So you use those elements to create your principles. This one is emphasis. So it's having one portion catch your attention. Here they're using light and clear subject to focus on her face. Here, all these lines are guiding your eye to that one focal point. They're emphasizing that. Contrast. Think about light and dark, rough and soft, long and short. It's kind of opposites. So how can you create contrast in your photographs? What elements can you use? Color, texture, shape. Maybe an organic shape versus a geometric shape. Unity is when they all kind of go together. And if you read the kind of description, it does make a little more sense, but they all kind of they're unified. These are all different color swings, but they're all swings. These are all little feet and shoes. They're all unified. They all go together. They have something in common. That's unity. And then movement is the last one. And movement sometimes can have to do with the shutter speed, how fast you open and close the shutter speed of a camera, but you can also capture movement of somebody moving, or the way you arrange the subjects can move your eye around the piece. So that's a short introduction to the elements of art and principles of design. You'll have a research assignment you'll do next to try and find some examples that you like of the different elements and principles. So hope this helps.